everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who haven't been here before, hi, I'm Lori Hill, and on this channel we talk about beauty, makeup, skincare, and lifestyle, all things that make you beautiful without surgery. So if that sounds good to you, then make sure to subscribe. Today's video is very personal to me. It's about hair thinning and my journey to restoring my thicker hair, the thick hair that I once had that I really took for granted. It wasn't until I lost my thick and dense hair that I really realized what I once had. If any of you have suffered from this, you know how personal and how devastating this is to have. I first noticed that I had thinning hair in my late 30s after I'd given birth to my child. And back then I figured it was just from pregnancy and giving birth and just kind of that whole cycle that your hair goes through. Although it did regain some thickness and some density, it didn't quite get there all the way. The scariest part about hair loss and hair thinning is nobody really warns you about it or when it will happen. You hear all about wrinkles and skin sagging, but hair loss after 35 or after 40, nothing. At first I thought it was normal aging. Maybe this is just what happens and I need to accept it. But here's what I learned. There is so much you can do starting today to rebuild stronger, thicker, and healthier hair. Basically the hair that you once had. It doesn't really require magic, but it does require a lot of trial and error. So it's good if you're watching this video because I kind of went through the trial and error for you. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this video isn't only one thing, one technique, one supplement I took, but a variety of different modalities. We aren't going to talk about HRT, although HRT helped restore my hair quite a bit. And we're also not going to talk about more expensive methods. For example, things you can wear on your head that contain LED lights. Those methods do work. Of course, it depends on what you're using, but I have used those type of methods in the past and have seen regrowth. But in this video, we're going to talk about things that are easily accessible to you now, things that you can start doing today. They don't all require spending money. I've put quite a few cheap or free options in this video as well, but I do need to be honest with you about the things that I did pay for that worked for me as well. So if you're interested in the techniques and the supplements and things I used, keep watching. Let's start from the inside. Your hair literally comes from your internal health. If your body's missing the building blocks, no serum or shampoo can help it. The first thing that I realized is when you are in the process of losing weight, whether it's because you're on a GLP-1 or you're doing it without any kind of medications, if you do not get enough protein in your diet, your hair basically freaks out. It stops growing. Its once full density starts decreasing. So if you're not getting enough protein, and that really depends on your body weight, it's roughly about 100 grams of protein per 100 pounds of weight, I think, you're just not going to be able to grow hair because your body just freaks out and thinks something's going on, like starvation, and it stops growing your hair. So make sure you're getting enough protein. That's just a basic recommendation right there. Next on the menu is a high quality fish oil. Fish oil was one of the first things that I added to my routine. At the time, I wasn't expecting miracles, but I really needed those omega-3 fatty acids in my diet anyway. And I was hoping that it would support my body in any way that it could. But fish oil actually helped my hair grow faster. Now, did it make it more dense and thicker? I noticed that it made it a bit thicker, but the real place that it worked its magic is on how quickly my hair grew lengthwise. So if you're looking to regrow your hair's length, I would highly recommend fish oil. It 100% works. I also think that the success of fish oil really doesn't depend so much on having great hair genes. I think it would probably work for anyone who's looking to regrow their hair's length. After a few months in, I started noticing that my hair, instead of growing a half an inch a month, was growing closer to an inch a month. And my hair wasn't snapping as easily as it once did. There was just more resilience overall. Now, you guys, I do have a sponsor for this video. I'm going to ask you personally to please watch this segment. And if you can, please engage with our sponsor because it really helps my new niche and my channel so much. Before we go any further, I want to thank today's sponsor, Kitch, a female-founded brand that I've genuinely loved and used in my routine. You've probably seen their beautiful hair accessories, but what I really want to highlight today is their rice water protein shampoo and conditioner bars. These solid bars have completely elevated my hair care routine. They're not only mess-free and eco-friendly, but they also work so well. To highlight how well they work, this is my hair after using the bars just an hour ago. They're made with rice water protein to help repair damage, reduce breakage, support healthy hair growth, like we've been talking about in today's video, and improve the scalp health. And I personally started using them because I wanted to grow my hair longer without all the breakage that I had been experiencing. Since switching, my hair feels softer, hydrated, and not stripped. Just clean and strong. Plus, they're completely free of phthalates, silicones, parabens, and sulfates. So it's a clean formula that I actually feel good about using on my hair. They even help reduce single-use plastic. So you're helping your hair and the planet. I really love this shower case that they also offer. If you want to try them, click the link in my description box for 25% off your order and use code Lori. They also ship internationally to 27 countries. And there's even a subscription offer so you can save more. Thank you, Kitch, for partnering with me on this amazing product, and thank you for my audience for supporting my sponsors. So fish oil helps with the body's inflammation. If you've ever felt like your hair was getting weaker, even if you're treating it the same way, that's what inflammation does. And omega-3s in the fish oil fight that. Look for a fish oil that's high in EPAs and DHA and third-party tested. You don't want something that is oxidized or is full of fillers. Now, I've linked down below the fish oil that I use, as well as some other more accessible and affordable brands that I think are just as good. If this video is helping you right now, please press the like button. It helps me so much. Next up are the nutritional supplements. Now, Viviscal, I discovered last year, and I saw the reviews on Amazon. They're so high, and I was like, you know what? It's no big deal. It's not expensive. I'm going to give it a try. I honestly wasn't expecting much from it, but it really works. Like, that's what's crazy, is that after about 2 months, I believe, I saw all this like frizzy, fuzzy hair like here, and it was all new hair growth. And I was shocked that a vitamin or supplement, you know, that's under $40 would actually work. And even my hairdresser at the time said there's a ton of new growth at your crown. So I really think it was the Viviscal. Viviscal is marine collagen based. It supports the existing hair that you have and nourishes your follicles to keep your hair stronger for longer. So I took Viviscal twice a day religiously, and you kind of have to do that with these kinds of supplements. Otherwise, I don't think you're going to see results. The consistency really matters. Because hair grows in cycles, you never know like what cycle you're on. So it's going to take, I think, at least 2 to 3 months to notice changes, because that's enough time for your hair to fulfill or go through at least one cycle. Now, I also tried Neutrifll, basically because there was so much marketing and talk about Neutrifll, and I was like, I need to try this too. So I switched to Neutrifll. Although it is more expensive, it's not completely out of reach. It looks at the bigger picture: stress, hormones, inflammation, even environmental toxins. It's not just throwing biotin at the problem. So for me, Neutrifll made my hair feel less brittle and coarse. I have coarse texture anyway because my hair is wavy, but I noticed that it took on a more smooth appearance. And after 4 to 5 months, those fine baby hairs started sprouting around my temples and the crown of my hair, just like it had with Viviscal. But remember, consistency is really key. And I'm still taking the Neutrifll, so I do think it has been improving my hair quite a bit. Now, one more piece of honesty here, because I want full transparency. I never want you to feel like you're being, God forbid, lied to. HRT really helped me a lot. Balancing my hormones with HRT was a game changer. Hormones like estrogen play a huge role in the hair's density. But the good news is everything I'm sharing today works whether you're on hormones or not. Not everyone can take hormones, and I want you to have tools no matter where you're starting. Now, let's talk about some basics, because even if your hair growth is fine, you might have dry or damaged hair. So this next section is going to help you with some of the basics that I relearned, basically. I had a lot of wrong conceptions about what the right way was to shampoo my hair, for instance. So I'm going to go over those with you just in case you have some wrong ideas about those too. First things first, I always shampoo now twice. And I thought that was just a marketing gimmick, but it's actually not. So you're supposed to shampoo the first time to get all the gunk out. It's that shampoo that breaks down oils, styling products, environmental toxins. Basically, it's the junk layer. The second shampoo, though, cleans your scalp and the hair shaft. You're really not supposed to shampoo all throughout your hair. You're just supposed to really shampoo and work in to the scalp and then let all the shampoo just run down your hair so that you're not pushing shampoo into the shaft. Think of it as like washing your makeup off at night. That's what the first shampoo does. You cleanse once to remove the surface, then again to actually clean. Now, since double shampooing, I noticed that my scalp feels fresher. My roots aren't getting that oiliness to them, and I can go longer in between shampoos, which is awesome. Now, as far as conditioner, you're going to condition your hair's ends and just a bit above that. That's what I do, at least, and it seems to work for me. I don't put conditioner on top of my scalp because that actually really weighs your hair down. I also use a leave-in conditioner, and I've talked about it before. It's a great leave-in. I'll link down below to it if you'd like to try it, as well as some less expensive options. I noticed that leave-in conditioner from the age of 35 on has really helped change my hair quality. It is not as frizzy or dry. It really looks silky and just smooth with the leave-in conditioner. Now, I did try Olaplex, and I used the Olaplex number 3, and this was to help just the dryness and the damage to my hair. If your hair is fragile, this is really going to help you, especially if you have finer hair. I have more coarse, thick hair, and I think it really helps a lot with fine hair as well. It rebuilds the broken bonds inside the hair, giving it flexibility and resilience, not just surface softness, true structural repair. I apply it once a week to damp, towel-dried hair. I leave it in for at least 30 minutes, which I know is a long time for some of you. I think even half that time might work, but you can always go and do something in between. And my hair is so much less prone to snapping during styling or detangling. Now, Vegamour. I have heard so much about Vegamour. I've seen a bunch of influencers talking about it. Now, I am currently in the process of trialing out Vegamour, so I can't really give you any recommendations yet for it. What I have used is the Vegamour Grow Serum. That's what I'm using right now. It's very lightweight, it's non-greasy, it's very easy to apply nightly, right to the scalp. And again, I think with this one as well, consistency is key. You got to use it every day. And Vegamour does say even if you don't see a change within 90 days, hair growth is slow but cumulative, so to keep using it. Okay, let's talk about how I dry my hair. I think this is actually pretty important. I don't allow my hair to air dry. I just don't. I don't think air dried hair looks as good as blown out hair. And I guess we all know that, right? The thing is, I do wait until it's about 10 minutes or 15 minutes away from being completely dry. And that's when I go in with a round brush and I use the hair dryer on a medium setting. And I always use the cooling shot of cool for the ends of it. And then instead of heat styling, which I will sometimes do, I will put my hair in Velcro rollers and let it dry that way. And that gives it a lot more volume. I didn't do it today, but that gives you that voluminous kind of bouncy 90s look, if that means anything to you, just kind of like more volume at the roots. And it looks really good without damaging your hair with a curling iron. Now, I have talked about this before, but I also love my microfiber towel. I have to say again, I think it is so important for hair health to use a microfiber towel. I think a regular towel will apply friction to your hair and cause way more damage to damp hair than a microfiber towel, which is so much more gentle on your hair and even helps it dry faster. I love it. I take it on trips with me. So I'm going to link out to a couple affordable options just in case you all want to try it and see what I'm talking about. And please get back to me on if you like it or not. Now, I've also started experimenting with wearing a hair bonnet at night. And this one I believe is made out of satin, could be silk. But so far, I love it. I feel like a lot of damage happens when we sleep. So I put my hair up in the hair bonnet. It's very comfortable. And I believe that it really helps with protection while you sleep. I also noticed that I'm not waking up with frizzy hair, tangles, and not as much breakage. I'm really noticing a lot less breakage. Now, I also think it's very important to sleep on a silk pillowcase. That helps so much with your hair's health, with the hair you have right now's health. I really, really encourage you all, if you haven't tried it, it's an affordable option for helping with damaged hair and for future damage. Now, here's some daily habits that might help you all. Remember, I'm just talking about accessible, easy things you can do today. Use a wide tooth comb if you have to detangle your hair. You only want to comb your hair when your hair is wet and conditioned. Very important. Anyone who's using a brush when your hair is wet, you are causing damage. Remember, always condition your hair before putting that comb through it. Now for heat styling. When you do heat style, make sure to use a lower temperature. Also utilize Velcro rollers. You guys, they are such a cheat code. I want to also talk about minoxidil that you can put in your hair, not the oral kind, because I've actually used both. I think both work. And the minoxidil that you apply to your scalp, you have to apply it every night. You can use it nightly. It is a bit messy. That also works for regrowing certain areas that are thinning. I do recommend minoxidil, and you can actually get it over the counter now. So I will definitely link down below to it. And that's something that really worked for me. So here's some quick things that will work on a daily basis. Scalp massage. Every time I shampoo, I give my scalp a bit of a massage. You really work with your fingertips into your hair. Don't be too rough, but really massage that scalp, because I feel like the more blood flow you can bring to the area, the better your growth will be. It boosts circulation and supports healthier follicle function. Simple things done consistently can add up. If you're feeling discouraged about your hair, just know that I've been there before. Don't give up. Your hair is always responding to what you do, whether it's eating a healthy diet or taking the right supplements and doing everything right for your hair's health, even if it's slow. Small changes create big results when you give them enough time. Remember, your hair takes a while to respond, and many people give up before 3 months when the hair has completed its full cycle. If you're still struggling after you've tried some of these tips, make sure you speak with your clinician about other solutions or other reasons why you might be struggling with hair growth. I believe hair is kind of this alert to what's happening inside our bodies. And maybe it could even be a first alert to some other issue you may be having. More than likely, you're completely fine, but you just need a boost of some nutrient you're not getting or something else. If you'd like me to, in future videos, I'll talk about the impact that HRT and the addition of estrogen has made on my hair. And please visit my link down below for Kitch. They are such an amazing company with really high quality shampoos and conditioners. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please go watch my last video about the top 3 mature skin foundations. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.